Waiting for the drop, Eric, from that. Like, I keep
I
seeing it in
know.
my head.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right. Well, hey, guys. Welcome back to session 25 of Zholmyr Unbridled. Wow, 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 wowie, wow. And what a last couple of sessions it's been, huh?
Yeah.
But, excitingly, we're just gonna jump right back in and, see where this crazy shit mess ends up. And that's D&D in a nutshell. So, I mean, hey, thanks for coming along for the ride. Huh?
Crazy shit mess.
Crazy shit mess. Brought to you by Wizards of the Coast, Hasbro. Anyway, okay.
I thought you said brought to us by Jasper.
Well, the most recent shit mess, yes,
Shit mess.
brought to you by Jasper. Let's talk about it, shall we? So, where did we leave? Where did we leave this this crazy
Good
crew?
segue.
Good segue. Let's talk about what happened the last couple sessions. So, last session, we saw the party transported to the Firian jungle just outside of Tilo Asari. After a fierce fight in the Imperial Ballroom in Verkova, where the group was able to rescue Grand Empress Esmeralda from the clutches of the Empire, with the help of the Goliath twins, Geras and Picoro. They were brought back through, but not before Jasper decided to take some matters into his own hands. And on the way out, popped a nice little cap right into the Grand Emperor himself, ending his life, committing a little regicide.
Good.
As a treat.
He deserves it.
I don't disagree.
None of us disagree.
Well, it's interesting. There were a lot of feelings when the group emerged from that
Big
tree
feelings.
into the jungle. A lot of big feelings. And a lot was said and discussed between the group, kind of talking about the events themselves. The Grand Empress Esmeralda shared a little bit of information as well about a previous history between her and Novar. It seems at one point they used to actually be allies in a hunt for some answers as to what might have been happening with the Quintessence before a very vehement difference of opinion in philosophy over potential solutions to the problem led them to split. Before she could finish her story, though, the tree that they traveled through decided to open back up and let through one more guest, a battle angel of the Apex Prelacy, a steel machination powered entirely by divine magics that is more or less a automaton attack dog, was sent back through the tree to retrieve the Grand Empress, who refused to go quietly. So the group put up quite a fight. Jasper, once again, almost met his end, but the group was able to put down the Battle Angel before making their way into the city with an escort from Tilo Asari itself. They were housed, or I should say they were picked up by a few of the Ilbrian Sky Knights, impressive warriors from the elven culture who ride on Quetzalcoatlus dinosaurs, pretty much.
Rad.
They
So
were
rad.
dropped off at
So
what
rad.
appeared to be some sort of a Sky Knight barracks, where they have been residing ever since. Esmeralda, of course, running off to go secure an audience with High Counselor Tourmaline and the Triumvirate, the three leaders of the Ilbrian High Elves. Jasper was stitched up by none other than his sister-in-law, Liana, who had some choice words for him.
Fucking rude.
And the night ended quietly, more or less, but emotions still ran very high as the group was starting to really take in the events of the 24 hours prior. We had quite a few emotional moments, including from Davina and sort of recognizing where this leaves her. There were some words of encouragement from Violet and from Elaine, recognizing that if this group were to be nobodies, then they will be nobodies together. Velterra shared a few words with Vol, kind of understanding the situation that they find themselves in, as well as sort of recognizing this new place, a first for Vol to arrive in Tilo Asari. And we last left the group with Jasper himself up on the roof of the barracks, kind of taking a moment to recognize that he was finally, after all of these years and trials and tribulations, back home, but the guns in his hand served as a reminder that there was still a long road to travel before he can once again know true peace. And so with that, we will return to this group. I will say you all do indeed get a long rest. You sleep through the night and
That's a relief.
awaken in the morning to the sounds of the city of Tilo Asari coming alive. Whoever is first up, you'll notice that the sunlight kind of comes through in fits and starts as it peeks through the canopy of the tallest trees of the jungle before it filters its way down and kind of creates this beautiful shimmering effect of sunlight. And that is what peeks through the narrow windows of this building that, again, seems to be carved completely into a large tree. The walls themselves are made of wood and of vines and moss. And that is how y'all begin your day.
Oh boy.
Woohoo.
I will not have left.
The roof.
I wake up, stretch, look over and see if Davina and Elaine are still sleeping.
I'd probably come out of it, like, around the same time you do. When I notice someone's awake in the room, I wake up.
I think Davina is just going to try to stay in bed as long as she can before whatever shitstorm is coming today.
I'll look at Elaine and be like,
Yeah, and then I will go and I'll try to find something to bring to Davina to eat.
Yeah, I mean, so the barracks, you recognize, does have some storage areas, some pantries where there is some food available, lots of fruits and vegetables, a couple of cured meats as well.
Yeah. I'll pick up, like, a fruit. Are these any fruits that I recognize or things? Like,
Give me a nature check.
oh no, not now. Okay, let's see if these dice are better.
testing your dice.
This is where she rolls her nat 20
Hey.
on like a worthless roll.
Oh, worthless roll. It's a 12. It's mid.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you peek around. There's definitely a few things here that you're like, I don't really know what that is. But, I mean, having spent a lot of time in Verkova, especially with a member of the aristocracy, it is sort of a status symbol and a novelty to have exotic fruits and vegetables brought into Verkova. There are a few that you do recognize, and you actually do spot Davina's favorite amongst the pile.
Okay, sweet. I'll definitely grab Davina's favorite. I'll grab, like, 2 other things that I recognize. And then I'll grab a bit of the cured meats. If there's, like, bread, like a slice of bread and, like, some butter or something. And I will, like, see if I can borrow a knife and, like, I'll chop up the fruit. I'll slice
my God.
for her. Yeah.
I'm going all out.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing.
I just slice her fruit.
I'll lend you a dagger, a clean dagger, Elaine, to do
Amazing. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I slice up the fruit. And then I'll tell Violet, like, do you want... I can just bring this to her and drop it off. Do you want to come with me? Or...
Yeah. Let's do one lap, Elaine, before we go back. I'm trying to get a sense of the energy in the room.
Okay, I have a bowl of fruit. So... But yeah, sure, we'll do a little lap.
I'll eat from the bowl of fruit as we go, and you can tell Elaine, Violet's feeling very tired.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh no.
What
Oh
kind
So
of
no.
tired?
Do you need?
What kind of tired?
I'm dragging. I'm looking. I have very dark shadows under my eyes.
Is it time
You
to
get
Hair of the straw?
a re-up?
past time, Elaine.
Need some hair of the straw?
I need some hair of the straw.
Gosh. Can we wait until we have a little more privacy? And then,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Hey, can I just like suck
We'll take
the
care of
life
it.
force out real quick? I don't know.
Oh no! Oh,
it's
So
fine.
once
I get it.
once Violet realizes that's what you're asking, she's gonna be like, "No, I'll find someone else today, Elaine."
No, I don't like that. What do you mean, someone else? Who is that?
He's gonna eat some elf.
Yeah, these are. I fear. Okay, we'll talk about it even when we have more privacy. So, okay, good.
So as we're walking around, I'm just trying to listen and like sense the energy in the room. If anyone knows what's going on with the council meeting that's going to happen.
Yeah.
So yes, I mean, so right now you guys are the only ones in the room. There is like a like a kind of like a woven vine door, and as you remember from the night prior, there are 2 guards stationed outside that door, but you guys are the only ones in the room.
Okay.
They cleared this space
Okay.
for you to hold you.
I look around. I'm just seeing that there's no one else here because I'm so exhausted. Elaine. Okay,
Yes.
let's go.
Okay, we're
Yeah.
going. So awesome. I'll bring back the little bowl and plate, and I'll set them over by Davina.
I'll get up, take a deep breath, and say thank you. And start nibbling.
Welcome.
Are we ready for today?
I don't know. I don't know anymore. I'm rested.
I mean, that's all we could do. I've been running through my head trying to figure out what our options are, and we have 0 right now. So,
We're
Sal,
at
are
the
you
mercy
good?
of whatever. She needs a snack.
No.
And I offer her the bowl, and I'm like, here, take some. Oh.
She
Oh.
It's the other one.
She vomits in the bowl.
I do not vomit in the bowl.
Diabolical.
Damn.
It's I have a
Are
dark
we alone
god.
in here?
Yeah, there's yes.
Okay. It's fine now.
Just a dark god festering away and eating my soul and then forcing me to suck out other souls. It's fine. It's just another day.
Yeah, do we want to talk about that he's like maybe the start of all this?
It's too early, Dev. This is just too early. I mean, yes, we have to talk about it. We have to talk about
Okay.
it. We have to talk
Yes.
about it.
We will. If you're not ready right now, we don't have to, but we have more information now.
You'll just see a sly smile come up to my face. Be like, yeah, I think we have all the information that we need for me to know. This is bad. This is fucking bad. Javelin, this is not good.
No bueno. No fun.
Fucking
No, wait up.
Fucking bueno, man.
It's just
Yeah. I mean, we
Fuck,
kind
shut up.
of knew.
no.
So figuring out a cur just moved to the top of the. It's one of the top of the.
Yeah.
We got a lot of priorities right now.
Yeah, and Elaine, you're right.
We have
We
so many.
we knew. I think I knew deep down, but I was ignoring that sign. Ignoring it.
of, all of the problems we've been facing, a world-ending death god seems like, this may as well happen. So, it's okay. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Yeah. Yeah, it's
In the
just...
meantime, take this, and I'll hand out my hand for her.
Oh, no, I can... I've already offered. I mean...
You okay?
We could do halvesies.
Well, I was like, "What's your preference? Who tastes better? Who tastes
Yeah.
better?"
Yeah. Roll for flavor? Like...
Who has the best energy?
Roll for flavor is
I
crazy.
think Elaine literally tastes divine. So
Oh,
Ooh.
Dab tastes like exquisite
Red wine.
royalty. Yeah.
it's like
Dev
like
Dev
copper.
is Dev is rich.
Rich.
Decadent.
Tastes
Dark
Guys like
chocolate.
wine and like a rich dark
Expensive
chocolate.
wine.
Yeah.
You could do the
Um,
Ratatouille thing where you take a little sip of each and then the music
Oh,
goes
like the little
crazy.
flavor
Yeah.
sparks.
Yeah.
You can tell that like Violet now does not want to do this. Before it was something that she felt was just like a satisfying part of her identity, and now it's a part of herself that she's fighting. And so she's very like she doesn't want to do this. But yeah, I will lay you put out your hands. I put like a finger in each hand. Okay, and then I will suck the life force from you. This feels terrible
I will
now.
say they essentially
It sounds
choose to
horrible
fail their
now.
saving throw.
It sounds
Yeah.
horrible now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I will say there is
Life
no
drain you go.
halvesies. Roll damage, full damage for both of them.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay, I life drain, which is 2d4.
so is that a double feeding? She can go twice as long now.
I get twice as much life back if I needed it. Yeah. Okay, that's 4 damage for Elaine.
Ah.
Actually, that's 8 damage for Elaine. It's 2d4, and I rolled 4.
Jesus Christ, Violet!
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
It's just like a long, but it's a big bite. I just took a big bite out of you.
Just
Yeah, it's-
big ol' slurp.
Okay, so Violet just is Jess. Hey, can I have a bite of your burger?
Yeah.
Eat half your
How?
fucking burger.
Yeah.
And then Davina,
Wow.
it's 2. I rolled 2 1s. So 2 1s and 2 4.
So she's already
How did-
fucking full.
I feel like you really weren't savoring mine. I feel like I don't know how, but I feel like more objectified by this than anything else in my entire life.
You're the 7-Eleven Slurpee, Davina. You're the $25 cocktail.
Yeah. Thanks, Theo.
Yep.
Thank you, God, for calling me a 7-Eleven Slurpee.
Just so you know.
Hey, those have their places. Those are still good.
They do.
Yeah,
Listen,
7-Eleven.
All part of a healthy
It's like a Mountain
ecosystem.
Dew. Yeah. Mountain Dew Slurpee.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So yeah,
God.
and my exhaustion
so,
is gone.
It is gone.
Okay.
Yes, it is. Congratulations.
Woohoo.
Congratulations, you drained your friends dry.
Nice.
Right as
Maybe.
soon as this finishes, you hear a slight shuffling as the vine mesh door pushes itself open a tad, and a head peeks in. One of the guards standing outside. He peeks in, and he goes. He looks kind of confused, but he's like, "You have a visitor."
Oh.
Us?
And he kind of, yeah, and he lets the door close behind him. A second or two goes by. It pushes itself open again, and the beautiful face of Hazel
Okay, thank God.
passes through. Slowly, tentatively, she kind of like looks a little confused, looks around, and she sees all of you. And she sort of is like, "Hi, everyone."
I look right to Jasper. I just look at him.
Jasper's on the roof. He's not down here.
He's not there?
Oh, yeah, shit.
He's up.
Is
he's
Vel
up
with
on the-
us? Where is Vel
Is it-
during all this?
I'm here. I've just been
Okay.
mostly sleeping, honestly.
Oh.
Sleepy.
I should have just taken a life force from you while you were sleeping. That would have been really vindictive.
Oh
Try.
my god!
You could try. You could try.
Vel fucking murders you, throws you out the fucking window, and you just plummet to your death.
And
Yeah.
next time we'll try it out.
Vol would get your ass just.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. He's got a guard dog system. Just like.
That's true. Shit.
Remind me real quick, Hazel is wife or daughter?
Wife.
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 Okay. Daughter is
Wife.
Juniper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Junie.
I'm gonna say
uh.
hello. I assume you've heard what has happened.
I have. Yes. Is Jasper with you?
No,
He's supposed to be.
He's upstairs, Hazel.
Ah, okay. Do you mind if I go up and speak with him?
No, I'd prefer it if you yelled at him.
Well, we'll see how this conversation goes. And she kind of like awkwardly just makes her way through the room where no one has gotten up or moved, and she kind of just like.
I got up and I'm gonna walk with her at least to the. Is it stairs that lead up to the roof from where we are?
Yeah, it's kind of like a ladder that goes up to the.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll walk with
I'm
her
gonna-
over there, then I'll let her go up by herself.
Whisper to Elaine and Sal and just be like, R.I.P. Jasper.
R.I.P. She's gonna take him down, hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
So as I'm walking with her over to the to like the ladder through the room, I'll just kind of walk with her for a second. I'll say, we all laid into him pretty hard already last night.
She'll shoot a glance to you and kind of smile and nod. And she'll just say, the nature of our relationship is a unique one.
Tend to know.
I'll see what I can do. And she ascends the ladder. Jasper, what does she see as she climbs to the top of the
Thank you,
ladder
Grandma!
onto the roof?
What?
The naked grandma. No, I've taken off all my armor and thrown it overboard into the trees, so I'm kind of just in my underclothing, which is probably at this point just like a disgusting shirt and pants.
Okay. She climbs to the top. At this point, you're facing away, kind of facing the edge still, looking beneath. And she says, did they strip you when they deposited you on top of this stump?
No, I did that part myself.
Jasper, you must be freezing.
Rather freezing at home than dead and, not home.
Jasper. Tell me you didn't do it.
What do you mean by it?
She's gonna walk up to you, and she's gonna take your hands and hold them in hers. And she's gonna look up at you directly into your eyes. And she's gonna say, tell me you didn't not only endanger me, our daughter, our city, but our entire people.
I mean,
She throws your hands down and she smacks you across the face.
yep, I just take it.
Whew.
Whoa!
Jasper! She takes 2 steps and kind of turns around and just looks off.
was I supposed to do? How was I not supposed to do that? Like everyone keeps telling me it was stupid, and I know that it was stupid. But I've been up here all night. I've barely slept. And while I can logically say that I agree with everyone, I can't for the life of me pretend to feel sorry.
She takes a deep breath and lets it out. She turns around and takes just one step closer to you and faces you. Nobody's asking you to feel sorry, Jasper. What I'm trying to do is understand how you could let anger and hatred blind you so much. Maybe that man did deserve to die.
A little bit more than maybe. Yeah.
But the manner in which that happened would mean everything.
If I'm being completely honest, I thought that was part of the point of what they were doing. The words we were told were, "We're here to take the cardinal back," and I quote, "Send a message." What other message could be sent?
What message did you send, Jasper?
Well, a big one.
What message did you send, Jasper?
Well, I wasn't really thinking at the time, but
Jasper? I know you, and I love you for knowing you. And this is how your brain works. I get it. You're a soldier. You have no mind for maneuverings and machinations and big plans. I get it. I understand it. Your job has always been to obey, to march on to the next order that you are given, and any consequences from that would be left with whoever sent you down that path. Yes? That is the job of a soldier, is to execute orders.
don't make me
Not to think.
Don't make me sound mindless. It wasn't
Jasper, I just asked you a very simple question and you did not have an answer for me. I asked you...
You want to know what message I was trying to send? Is that we're not going to
What?
take this anymore. What was happened to me, and what happened to you, and what happened to everyone else is not going to happen again.
Okay. How?
Well, now we're at war. You know, that
You know,
wasn't... Okay, here's my... No, I'm not going to try and talk out of this. Yes, I wasn't thinking. It was done out of anger and grief. If I could take it back, would I? I don't know. Honestly, I don't. But I
understand.
I will acknowledge that what I did was wrong in one sense, but right in more than many others.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do at this point. It's been
That, Jasper, that is the problem right there. That is why I am so disappointed in you. I am not mad at you for doing what you did on the principles for which you laid out. I agree with you. The problem is your actions have dire consequences. They will ripple across this continent, and you have no plan for how to address them. So I'm going to ask you right now, Jasper, what is your plan?
well, I guess at this point, time to go to war.
Again, spoken like a soldier. You know, it was fascinating to me when you rescued me from Dawnbrook. You mentioned how in the fight, in a moment when your very life hung in the balance, the Fire Mount herself, Rylene, spoke to you, came to you. Brought you back to me, back to us. And I was thrilled because I thought if there's anyone who could help guide you down the right path, it would be her.
Isn't she the path of the protector? Isn't she the path of retribution? How is this not in line with that?
Do you know what Rylene's greatest tenet is? Her greatest commandment to her followers?
Admittedly, no.
She says that strength is the path to greatness. But greatness is the responsible use of strength. The easy solution would be to beget more violence with more violence. I implore you, Jasper, think broadly. This continent has not known true war for some time. It is the worst of us. I fear it may be the path that we're stuck taking, but if we must take the path of violence, don't walk it with such a narrow focus. Do you know what my main tenet is? What the Tender Twins, what Key and D teach me?
Vaguely. I've never been a religious person, you know this.
They teach me, Jasper, a lesson you would be wise to hear. Every soul is worth saving. We will lose many souls, but we must work to save all that we can.
Yeah. Realistically, I know you're right. There's just a nagging part of me that cannot get past. Do you know everything? I can't remember how much we've told you. Do you know all what's happening right now? Why we're here? Why we were there? In the first place?
No.
War was coming. There was no stopping the war. When Juniper was born, I gave up war. It was the happiest day of my life. I found new purpose. But I can't help but see all of these things unfolding and not see how it doesn't end in violence. We didn't choose to break into the gala. We were there to observe and learn. When the Lodestars did what they did, my base instincts, my muscle memory jumped in. There was no world in which I wasn't gonna have their back. Now, did I need to kill the Emperor? No. That, I will admit, is wrong. That was taking it a step overboard. But war was coming regardless. You abduct the Empress, you break into the coronation. How is that not going to be seen as an act of war? I don't understand. Yes, it's going to be worse. Yes, it's going to be more overt and direct and immediate. But I just can't bring myself to believe this wasn't coming regardless. Maybe that's me being defensive and trying to skirt the blame. Maybe that's me trying to explain away how this was going to happen anyway, and it's not my fault. The war was coming anyway. But here we are.
Jasper, I recognize that you see value in being a protector. You say the day that Junie was born was the happiest day of your life because it gave you purpose. This person that you are responsible for. Whether you like it or not, regardless of how or why you ended up in that ballroom, your life took on a new purpose the second you pulled that trigger. You have a lot of lives that you are now responsible for. All I ask of you going forward is that you constantly ask yourself, as whatever unfolds, how will you responsibly use your strength? Just remember that.
Yeah.
Now, from what I understand, from what Liana told me, the Triumvirate will grant you an audience today. As you speak with them, remember your responsible strength.
Pretty vague. Well, I'm not the big brain.
Jasper. It doesn't matter what you are or what you aren't. We can't always be what we need to be for what is needed of us. We rise to meet the occasion. Just do it. I have to get back. Junie's fine. We're both fine.
She mad?
She doesn't fully understand everything that's happened. Yet.
Tell her whatever.
Quite frankly, I'm nervous to tell her. She's...
I'm worried she's gonna agree with me. That's the scary.
That's why I'm nervous to tell her. Ever since we got back, she's operated with a bit of a shorter fuse than she used to.
Did they experiment on her or just you?
You think I would let them lay a finger on her?
I let them know, but you know.
No. No, Jasper.
Okay. I've been racking my brain of what the council's gonna say. Which I am. I don't know what they want from me.
What are you afraid they want from you?
You know, my worst case scenario is they offer me up. Say this was a rogue soldier, not the actions of a nation.
I would be shocked if Tourmaline would be so rash.
I guess better not to speculate, huh?
No. Wait and see, and react in real time. And until then, welcome home.
What a welcome it is. Can you bring me my...
She's gonna lean in and kiss you on the cheek.
Oh, my. I'm not gonna press it right now. I'll just...
She'll turn to go.
Yep.
She'll head down the ladder. You all waiting below. See her. She comes. She walks out. And you are all left alone again. Is there anything that the group on the floor below would have wanted to be doing or saying, like, while Jasper's not there? If not, that's fine. Just checking.
Stare awkwardly at each other, like,
Oh my god.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah,
Just getting ready for the day. Trying to find maybe a change of clothes.
like knowing a fight was probably coming, Elaine's deeply uncomfortable, and so she may have tried to like make herself scarce and go to like, you know, the kitchen area or something, just to busy herself with just cutting more fruit for when people
Oh,
are
so
ready for
I was
breakfast.
like, the automaton that doesn't eat is cutting fruit. I love it.
I'm just getting ready for people because I don't want to be around yelling.
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
worried that there's going to be yelling. So
Violet is feeling rejuvenated, and so her eyes are really bright. And so I think I'm sort of just exercising outside and trying to burn off some of this extra energy that I now have.
I'm just watching Sal go through her daily yoga motions.
Alrighty.
I don't come back.
And if Vel is still not awake, Violet starts throwing fruit at him.
Belle's awake.
No, I've been awake this whole time.
He was
I talked to
Yeah, he's
Hazel.
All right. A couple more hours pass by. Y'all kind of just continue to hang out in the barracks. Eventually, the mesh door does part once again, and the guards say, "Are you all ready to depart? We are to take you to the heart tree."
We'll stand up and
Sure.
yes.
All right, let's go. And more Sky Knights enter the room. And you realize that they are all making their way towards the ladder up to the top of the building again. And they beckon you to join them.
I will go.
Yeah, we'll follow. I'll follow.
Okay. They notice Jasper up on the roof and they kind of nod in acknowledgement. They bring out, you see a couple of them sort of pull out these small little whistles that they gently blow. Jasper, you're very aware of what these are. Just minutes later, descending through the curled branches of the jungle canopy, a bunch of Quetzalcoatluses
Sick.
come down and land on the roof of the building, and each knight goes to their assigned mount. They bring you all with them. There are 5 in total, so there's 1 for each of you
Is mine
to join.
Nice.
I want the meanest looking one.
So there is one. You do look around and notice that there is one that has like a nasty fucking like snaggletooth kind of like coming through,
Oh, I love him.
and some of his feathers are sort of like molting in like a weird way, and he's just like got like a weird cockeyed look to him.
That one's
Oh, I
mine.
love him. He's busted.
He's busted.
He's
He's busted. I love him.
And so I'm gonna look at Jasper and then look at this mount and be like, I name him Jasper.
Oh my gosh.
Damn.
Oh,
I don't have the energy to like, deal with quips
I'd
right
s-
now.
I'd say shots fired, but they already have been.
Oh my god.
All right. So,
Amazing.
anyways, y'all get on your respective mounts. Some a little bit more busted than others. They begin to fly back out into the city. This is the first time y'all are having the chance to look at the city in the daylight now. You arrived sort of in the evening prior, and it's pretty impressive to kind of take it all in now through the full glory of daytime. It's about noon at this point, maybe slightly afternoon. And as the Quetzalcoatlus weaves through the trees, you are still kind of like staying towards the top of the canopy. You see that there are multiple layers to this city. Most of what seem to be sort of the more important buildings, living quarters, they seem to be at the tops of these trees. They rest in the canopies. There are walkways that are, same sort of thing, like branches that are melded together and have perfectly flat surfaces, but are still completely ingrained within the trees themselves, offer walkways between these different... It's a huge interconnected web through the treetops of the jungle. The sunlight is dappling its way through the different leaves. And again, you sort of see this like beautiful... It almost gives it like an underwater vibe a bit, where the way it filters in and out of the moving branches, it kind of looks like the way that sunlight moves through the surface of a pool or a pond. What are we all looking at?
Kate Starlight.
Oh my
So good.
She's
So
mad.
good.
I love
So
an
mad.
angry wife. I love just
Wow. That's cool. That's fucking cool.
So cool.
But yeah, I mean the entire city it's a beautiful outstretch of an urban environment completely integrated into the jungle around it. There are people milling about. There are different kind of like there's like jungle cats that are almost acting as like pack animals that are sort of like helping move stuff around. People are dressed in these beautiful ornate robes that billow in the wind as the wind kind of comes through the treetops. You continue making your way through until you see that everyone is sort of directing themselves to this gigantic tree. I mean, the rest of you who have not been here before, you think you've seen big trees before. This is a beautiful monstrosity growing straight up through the center of the jungle, and it almost looks like the tree itself is a fountain in the way that the branches and trunks all splay out in this like beautiful outward pattern and kind of come up at this arc and curve out. And so there's this like nice little central area. The creatures weave their way in through towards the middle parts here, and you see that down below there's a beautiful courtyard smack dab in the middle of this structure. Water is cascading down from waterfalls that are just naturally coming down the trunks of the tree as the water kind of collects from just rainfall and condensation, and it collects in this beautiful pool down at the bottom. All of the creatures land. They allow you to jump off, and the guards themselves all kind of take you and escort you through this, again, like another large kind of vine mesh that's acting as a wall, as a divider, and you enter in through to this new area. And as you enter, the sounds of the city kind of disperse, and you are now in this beautiful glen that has some natural shade to it as the trunks themselves can, sprout out like spires, like spires of a tower fortress. But there is still beams of sunlight that come, because it is afternoon. They come straight down from above and hit the pool beneath you all, or beneath. You are walked up to the edge of the pool. There is stepping stones floating on the surface of the pool. You walk across, and you can see that you're being led to a large island, essentially, in the middle of this pool, this pond suspended high up in the air. On this island, as you get closer, you can see that there are 3 large podiums set up right in the center, and a few benches along the outsides. As you are coming in, being led out by also guards, and y'all have to kind of get out of the way and clear some space for them to come through, are the Goliaths, Gearus, and Picoro. You can see that they have sort of angry, discerning looks on their faces as they're led out. But you all make your way in. You get closer, you see, standing at the podiums, on the left podium is a tall, very lean, kind of younger looking male elf. He stands a little bit hunched, as if almost self-conscious of his height, with long, straight brown hair that just kind of cascades down over his very elegantly decorated robe. His feather headdress kind of makes him look a little small and awkward in comparison to its size. Over on the right podium is a female elf, similarly dressed in the same robe with the same feather headdress. She wears hers a lot more assertively. She stands very tall. She has a deep frown set on her face as she stares right ahead. And in the middle, at the center podium, is a very old male elf dressed in robes similar to his companions, but with an even larger headdress that sort of, the feathers kind of come up and spiral down along his back. He stares at you all with kind of a tired smile. And as you are all led up to the front, he takes a second and kind of scans the lot of you. And his gaze rests on Jasper. And he gives another sort of slight smile. And High Speaker Tourmaline Embergleam says to you, Jasper, your city and your people have missed you greatly, Bloodstone. When he says that, he gets a sharp look from the female elf on his right, who immediately draws her attention back to the front of, to where you all stand. And she says, Jasper of Tilo Asari, you are formally charged with assassination, regicide, and high treason against the Ilbrian people.
Shit.
Ooh.
When she
Uh-oh.
says this, Tourmaline's
Oh.
smirk kind of drops a little bit, and he lets his head bow a little bit. She looks at you again. What say you?
I find it funny that you say it's against our people that I've committed these crimes.
I fail to find the humor. Explain yourself.
I did not murder our leader. I admit that I have done what you have said, but I do not yield that these are crimes against our people.
Tell me, soldier. Does a member of your own regiment need be the one that murders his captain, lest it be considered murder at all?
No, but generally if it's enemy combatant, that's what we would consider regicide.
So, you alone solely declared the Delesian Empire a combatant of the Ilbrian people.
Oh, I
How is that not high treason?
Do you disagree with that statement? I've been told that you were being fed information that they were indeed acting directly against our best interests.
She will turn to the elf over on the other side of Tourmaline, and she will say, Speaker Zerkon, please refresh my memory. At the time of the assassination, were the Ilbrian High Elves in a state of war with the Delesian Empire? He kind of is hunched over his podium, and he goes, No, Speaker Orchid, we were not. She turns and looks back at you.
Tourmaline, you know I never liked her. Can we drop the facade? We don't need to pretend that this isn't anything other than what it is.
Please enlighten us then. What is this, Jasper?
Are you gonna look me in the face and tell me you didn't know what happened to me? What happened to Jasper? What happened to Juniper? What happened to Hazel? You're honestly gonna stare me in the face and tell me you didn't know they were abducting us?
They being...
The Delesian Empire.
And the proof you have that the Delesian Empire was responsible for whatever happened to you and your family would be...
The person running everything was Novar, whatever the fuck his last name is. Their entire High Council is considered the Circle. This whole sham that they have a government other than what this secret organization is doing behind the scenes is besides the point. But
I assume, Jasper,
yes,
you are referring to Novar Balvisa, a member of the Order of Xanthos,
yes,
a non-governmental organization that spans multiple sovereign states?
yes.
I see.
He's one of many.
Jasper, need I remind you, you are one soldier who is responsible for securing the safety of this city and its people. Whatever happened to you, whatever happened to your family, does not change that order.
Right.
So you accept and admit to the charges against you.
Yes.
Tourmaline raises his hand. Orchid. Speaker Orchid. I do believe it is important for us to hear the entirety of the story. Jasper. Explain to the Triumvirate exactly what happened to you, to your family, and how you ended up in that ballroom last night.
I don't want to RP all of it, but I will.
Sorry, all of it if you want to.
I will relay everything, specifically highlighting the how entwined, regardless of whether they are technically governmental or not. And when I say that, I will look dead in Orchid's eyes. How they are running the Delesian Empire from the inside. I'll say the Emperor is a figurehead, and I'll stare directly at Vel, who said the very same thing to me. And I will say, was it wrong? Yes. I am not going to sit here and say that my feelings of it being justified outweigh all-out continental war. I'm not going to say that. But the Delesian Empire, not, and I don't remember exactly what she says, but I will say it in the SpongeBob voice back to her of like, an interconnected thing of blah 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 blah. They are not, Novar may not technically be part of the government, but he is very much running things from the inside.
The elf all the way on the left, the younger male, is going to look at the group, and he's going to kind of like poke his head around, and he's going to say, I believe we have residents of the Empire itself here with us today. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yes.
Do you have anything to say on behalf of your people and your government?
Only that we... I mean, we're as much traitors as Jasper is now to them, so... And that there was no... We were actively working once we found out about all this against them. With Jasper, I should say, but... I would just like to point out if we're... Mostly to Jasper, that if that's your logic, we're citizens of the Empire, and I would like to say that I ran in pretty high elite circles by that nature, by your own conclusion and logic. Hold me responsible. Are you going to assassinate me for your abduction and your family's abduction?
Quiet for a while. The people of the Delesian Empire aren't necessarily responsible for the sins that its leaders commit, but its emperor sure as hell is.
I'm just going to turn to the speakers and say I'm speaking for the four of us, not Jasper. We had no idea that Jasper was going to commit this act.
To be fair, neither did I, but I will confirm that it's the case. If there are crimes to be put on people, it should be on me and me alone. I believe with everything in me that had I not acted in the way I did, these four would have done everything they could to minimize losses, including that of the Emperor.
Merlin will kind of look back and forth at the other two speakers. Orchid still wears a deep frown on her face. Zircon kind of is staring at you all with an inquisitive look. And Tourmaline will say, "Thank you for coming and sharing your story, Jasper. You've given us much to think about and much to discuss. A grievous act has been committed. Punishment must be executed. But give us time to deliberate and think on the appropriate response. We will reconvene this evening. Until then," he'll look around, "the lot of you are free to enjoy the bounties of Tilo Asari." But he'll gesture at the Sky Knights who have all sort of just stood off in the background as this was all happening. "But it must be done under the supervision of our god. Is this agreeable to you all?"
Yes.
Well, he'll turn back and he'll gesture at both of them. Orchid is wearing a deep scowl on her face, but she remains silent. And he'll turn back and he'll sort of like raise his big, droopy sleeved arms and sort of say, Then be gone from this place until this evening. And he'll turn and leave his podium, and the other two will follow behind him.
In the story that Jasper gave them, did he mention Strock? Like, did you give them the full story? No? Okay.
No, I would have relayed. I don't even know if I think probably he heard that at a time when he wasn't absorbing information, so he probably wouldn't have remembered it anyway. But no, he relayed everything up to the assassination, not after. So,
Okay.
Okay. So the seeds and our travels and everything.
yeah.
Yep.
You would have
Okay.
relayed
Okay.
that, like placing emphasis on there's no way that this circle is acting without governmental resources. There is no way that this is just some outside organization.
Violet wants to insight check Jasper just to get a sense of how he's looking.
Go ahead.
I rolled an 18.
Yeah, he's not hiding anything. He's worried, confused. He mostly just really right now is in a place of as long as you've known him, he has known exactly what and why he's doing what he's doing. And right now he's in a place of having no idea what is going on, why it's going on, or what he's supposed to do about it.
So there are 3 speakers. There was Orchid, Tourmaline, and Zircon, right? Zircon's the one who spoke the least.
The younger male, yeah.
Can I do an insight check on him to see where he's standing? Because I feel like we can very easily predict what Tourmaline and Orchid are going to vote for, and I want to maybe see where Zircon's mental state is at right now.
Go ahead.
Okay. Oh. Today would be a good day to have a good insight score.
No.
13.
13. He was a little bit harder to read because he was definitely the most reserved of the 3. He seemed to be a little bit, what's the word? Kind of like he seemed to kind of yield to the other 2 a little bit as well. Maybe because he was the youngest, maybe because he was just sort of the quietest in general. It's hard to tell. The one thing you got out of him, based on like the one question he asked, was that there seemed to be a curiosity there.
Okay.
The other 2 did not necessarily seem as interested in information as he did.
Okay.
So they're basically going to be in like jury decision for the rest of the day.
Yeah, they're having a conclave. Yeah.
Okay.
And does Violet know? Do I know what the punishment is for all of the crimes that Jasper's been accused of?
Well, generally,
I don't think you would
death.
know. I don't think.
Is it death? Like, is it death?
Would I know?
Treason, death, probably. Treason, regicide. These are dying.
Yes, Jasper. Yes, you would know. For a culture like the High Elves, which values loyalty to your kin so much, the penalty for high treason is death among the Ilbrian High Elves.
So I think at that point. Okay, so quick questions that I didn't want to ask while we were going through everything. So So I've been basically his high guard up until when I was abducted. Were both of them counselors
Correct.
at that time?
Orchid was, Zircon was not.
Okay, so I know nothing about Zircon.
Correct.
I'm gonna fancy a guess that Orchid never liked me.
What would give you that impression? She seemed lovely.
Are you trying to kind of like inquire into that?
Yeah, just because like obviously Orchid's not a character I wrote, so like I don't.
Mhm.
I mean, I must have interacted with her, so I'm assuming our interactions were not
Here's-
very positive.
Here's what I'll tell you. You're not 100% sure how she feels about you in particular. What you know about her is that she is a woman who is a fierce stickler for the rules. She does not like people stepping out of line. And she has no imagination.
Okay. Gotcha. I think at this point, I'll turn to the group as we're kind of like once they usher us out. And I think Jasper is in a spot right now where he's gonna say, look, I know we've been through a lot together, and I truly appreciate what you did for me and my family. What I did not serve justice to that relationship, and for that, Davina in particular, I'm very, very, truly, deeply sorry. But no,
That's really loud up here. I didn't hear you. Wait, I didn't. The wind's howling.
I completely
What was
ignore.
that?
I completely ignore what you. I completely ignore it and say, knowing what may come tonight, I'm going to spend what may be my last night alive with you. And I'm gonna go hop onto the Quetzalcoatl and fly off.
Okay.
You're gonna hear in your head.
Oh my god.
Psychic whispers.
Jasper thinks he's dead, dude. Jasper
Yeah, I know.
thinks he's fucking dead.
You're gonna hear in your head. I have 3 hours just as you're flying off. It's like, Jasper, one action does not define who you are.
True, but if I have 4 hours to live, I'm gonna spend it with my family.
Stop. Turn around and come back here and help us help you. Don't give up. Don't fucking give up. How do we convince these old bastards that you're worth saving?
There's nothing we can do at this point. Protocol at this point is they are sequestered until they make a decision.
God, you on your rules.
I'm not the one.
You're telling me there's nothing we can
Clearly, I'm
do?
not the one who follows them.
There's not a single thing that we can do
Not.
to influence their decision at this point.
I guess, Theo, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there's a way that we can get in. There's nothing we can do to change their decision at this point. They are basically
Aren't they?
You don't know.
Are they are until the decision? Are they sequestered? Are they discussing?
They're not like locked away in a
No. But
Yeah.
safe.
No, but
But yeah, they said they would be discussing with each other and they'd be thinking about it throughout the afternoon until they reconvene in the evening.
Okay, so it's not like jury where they sequester themselves.
Turn around. Come on.
Turn that bird around.
Just so you know, you
That
did get on
dinosaur
the
out.
you did get on the busted one, and you
Oh,
try to
no.
like turn it around, and it's like, and it like
Oh no.
steers
Pug
itself.
breathing, it's pug breathing.
Yeah. It's pug breathing. It's pug breathing, and its like back leg like smashes into like a root, and you can
Oh,
hear
no, buddy.
you can hear someone inside like a house be like, "Hey!"
Oh my gosh.
I love
But
him so much.
but it does make its way. Draw that, Kate. But it does make its
I'll give it my best shot, dude. Okay, I'm busted. Dinosaur. This is gonna be bad.
They're called Quintzopodolus. Quintzopodolus.
I'm gonna try so hard to spell it. Here we go, baby. Q. Quetzal.
I get back. And I say, all right. I mean, it's very clear what two of the people are gonna say. If we're gonna change anyone's mind, it's gonna be so fun. I don't know the guy. He wasn't.
Now we're talking.
He wasn't a counselor while I was stationed there. So I don't know. I can ask around, but hopes aren't high.
Well, they don't have to be high. We just have to have some hope. Plus, you're talking to some of the most persuasive people that you've ever met.
You know, you're not wrong.
So, okay. Dav, does this mean, are we going the route of bribery? Are we going to threaten? Are we going to, what path are we going to take here? Do we have any, is this about blackmail?
I would not recommend anything that could be deemed as threatening, considering at the very least they spared you guys.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the path of sweet talking them. A good argument.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even put it at that. It's a plea. It's a beg.
We might have the chance to say something like in support of Jasper when it is time for them to give their decision. Any kind of thing to lessen the blow.
Do I know anything about this Sercon guy?
Do you want to like do like a history check to
Yeah,
try to
yeah.
think of something?
Well, just,
Go ahead.
I mean, like, just if I, yeah, no, 5. Yeah. He's like an.
Who's the leader of Lodestar?
That would be
Esmeralda.
Esmeralda.
Can we talk to her to speak on his
Just like,
behalf?
yeah, she's just like top.
While I'm listing off like all of my nefarious ways in which I want to like rock the situation, I'm gonna turn to Dav and turn to Vel and be like, any ideas?
Get to Esmeralda.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if it'll change the council's mind.
I think she's probably our best bet. The work of Lodestar is what we're after at this point. And I think you being an integral part of that is significant to some degree. Perhaps they'll remand you to her custody. Serve out your punishment as a member of Lodestar.
Or what if it was Lodestar's idea this whole time to kill the Emperor and no one knew except Jasper?
Okay, I'm gonna say we stay away from conspiracy theories for now. For now. We can get
Just
there
for now.
eventually. But, let's exhaust some other options first, that's all.
I 100% like talked through in detail how that was no one's decision but mine, so I would be Either lying then or
What
lying
if-
now. So,
Well, I'd rather have you as a liar than dead.
have
Where
you
can we
seen
find
her
Esmeralda?
outside?
Let's see if we can go speak with her first.
Yeah. I mean,
And Jasper, I love you, but let me speak with her.
oh, I don't want to talk for the next ever.
Okay. So you guys are trying to inquire where Esmeralda might be?
Yeah, let's see if we can get an audience with her, or I don't know. Is she considered like a noble here?
You don't know?
I don't know. So yeah, we'll see if we can get quote unquote an audience.
So you, are you just trying to talk to like the Sky Knights, like people who maybe?
I mean, I think the easiest
We
way
saw
to
the Goliath.
go after the Goliath.
Yeah.
Glass. All right. As you make your way out of the sort of the main chambers, you're now you had come in through the top of the tree, right? You are now making you're like descending now, basically, to return to some of the other parts of the city. You don't have your fancy guard, and so you see sort of on the edge there's sort of like a seat of benches right before you exit the compound, and you do see seated there, guarded by two Sky Knights. You see Geras and Picoro. Geras sort of stands like with his head leaning against the tree bark, and Picoro is seated with her head in her hands a little bit, looking down.
I know I said I wasn't going to speak, but I will.
I'll let you go on
Oh my
this one.
gosh.
Be the one be like, what they charge you with.
Disobeying direct orders.
Hey, beats regicide and treason.
Geras kind of looks at you and smirks, and he says, "It does beat regicide and treason."
It does.
Question for the DM, real quick.
Mhm.
Is the Legisa operate under the Ilbrian elves, or is that a separate?
So the Legisa are, no, they are kind of like the Ilbrian High Elves. Kind of, for lack of a better term, they sort of operate like a hegemony over the jungle, and there's a lot, but it's kind of like a benevolent hegemony. They're sort of like there's a lot of like ethnic groups and cultures that are scattered all throughout the jungle, and the Ilbrian High Elves see themselves sort of as like the guardians slash gateway between the developed world to the west and the cultures and the worlds of the jungle.
Okay.
So like the Legisa are a group within the jungle. They are not within Tilo Asari itself, but they have like close relationships with the High Elves, yes.
Okay, and then a Lodestar is just the group that can pull from any one of those for whoever wants to be involved in Lodestar.
Correct.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
But yeah, Geras is kind of like, ugh, treason, that's the bad one.
Yeah. Kind of deserve it. But,
Look, we were hoping to speak with Esmeralda. Is there any way we could talk with her, you think? Do you know where she's at?
Yes, I would imagine she would either be at her private quarters in the upper city, or it's likely that she's still recovering a bit from. Oh, hold on, I need to see this.
It's perfect.
God, stream doesn't make any sense now. No, he busted.
So busted.
Oh my god, Kate.
So cute.
I love him.
He's giving big cheese
Big
from
bird
Foster's
energy.
Home for Imaginary
Oh
Friends
my god,
energy.
he's so
Yeah.
cheese.
She's giving cheese, which is the best thing you could have possibly done.
It's
Yeah.
giving cheese is now my favorite
It's
phrase.
giving cheese.
Giving cheese.
But anyways,
Also, y'all are free to post these on Instagram for the account. Like, take all my doodles, take them, and
shit.
run.
We have
I
to.
will.
We
It's like,
have
do you
to.
want context? Watch our stream.
Yes. It's perfect.
Yes.
Um,
Make a game.
but yes, Geras is basically like, but I heard that she's still recovering a bit. Her magic suppression has been slow to get rid of. She may be taking time with some healers.
That's fine. We just need to talk to her. We don't need to.
Theo, I'm sorry. Why?
Beebus.
Beebus. It's a good name. Beebus. This is Beebus.
Good name.
Beebus.
Good, strong name. Family name.
Yeah.
But anyways, they do give you directions to the healing house. To
Go ahead in
see if
that
you can
direction.
find it. Okay. Yep. So you make your way through the city again, sort of weaving between all sorts of elves out and about, doing all sorts of elf things. And you make your way over to the the healing house. And as you go inside, Jasper, you do see Liana at work as well, sort of like skittering between a few different beds.
Before we head in to find her, I'll look at everybody. Give me a few minutes to talk to her on my own.
You got it.
We share a goal, and maybe that will help.
Let's see if I can find her. I'll go up to Liana and be like, "Come in peace. Come in peace."
They let your sorry ass out, huh? Did they?
Well, on one side, yes. On the other hand, tomorrow, your sister might be single again. Ha ha.
What is that supposed to mean?
Oh, they're charging me with high treason and regicide, so I might be dead tomorrow. I'm not really sure how.
You
to
see
do
her-
this.
She drops instantly the kind of smug, sarcastic attitude that you've known her to have her whole life. And she kind of looks at you and says, Jasper, that's insane.
Well, I know you can't really charge me for regicide when I didn't commit it against your government, but that's besides the point. The charges have been held. Given? I don't know. I'm not really all here right now, but my friends thought best case scenario is talk to the lady that came in hurt. I don't know how high up. Yeah.
Right. Sure, whatever you think might help. Yes, she is located in a private room on the second floor.
I'll give you a nod, Jasper, and I'll head up that way.
Cool.
You see, as Vel heads out, Liana kind of like looks at you and is like shaking her head. And you do see a tear start to form in her eye as she kind of like turns away and sort of like shoos you off. And is like, I have work to do, Jasper, now.
Yep.
All right, Vel, you make your way up a spiral staircase. Same thing, carved right into the wood. Up to the second floor. There are a couple of rooms, all with open doors. You take a peek in the first two. to find that they're both empty. When you get to the third, you do see that hunched over a writing desk outside of the bed that had been provided for her, Esmeralda is sitting and writing with her back to you.
Excuse me, Esmeralda or Cardinal, or I apologize if there's a title I should be using.
She pauses in her writing, and she doesn't turn to face you, but she kind of laughs and is just like, I hardly know what to call myself these days.
I was hoping to talk with you about Jasper for a minute.
She'll turn around and kind of adjust her chair a bit to face you. Yes. I heard that the meeting this afternoon didn't go quite as well as I'd hoped.
No. But I think maybe there's something you can do about it.
You do?
I won't pretend I know much about the politics of the High Elves, Teal'c in particular. But they obviously went through a great deal to bring you back. And obviously, as we know, that is not insignificant. The charges now against Jasper and the like. That is to say, I think you hold some sway here. And I think our goals are aligned. I understand the charges against Jasper. Trust me, those of us in our group, we've laid into him just as much as the elves here have, or would like to. But at the end of the day, he's not wrong about the reality of the situation. He took his frustration out on the wrong person and in the wrong way. But I think you and I both know it is the Empire that is the enemy. They're the ones responsible for what's going on. And whether or not we did what we did, or Jasper did what he did, they were coming for Teal'c. This is the next seat. It's somewhere here. They were coming here regardless. And we're going to need Jasper when they do.
It's interesting. No. Sorry. Yes. You're right. You're right. The question becomes how to convince them exactly.
I was thinking perhaps in lieu of what I believe is the traditional punishment, perhaps they could do something like remand him into your custody, make him a member of Lodestar, have him right the wrongs that he's begun.
Make a persuasion check for me.
Oh, come on. Eric.
I don't like.
Oh! I rolled it out of the thing. Hang on.
I don't like my
Ah!
being in the hands of a Kaboski's dice roll.
19.
Oh my gosh. How about now? How about now?
Yeah.
She sits there and she lets your words rest in the air, and she looks at you and she says, I think it's possible. And something that you said just now has me thinking as well. Something's been bugging me. It's been irking me since last night, and you said Novar and the Empire were coming for Teal'c regardless. I don't think you're wrong in that. And I think the proof is in what happened last night. I was quite surprised to see the whole ordeal happen in the first place. The Autumn Palace is one of the most secure and safe structures on the entire continent.
Novar allowed it to happen.
I fear he may have been looking for just the sort of excuse he needed.
I'm confident he would have found a way regardless, but yes, I do think this has probably lubricated the gears a bit.
The fact that he wasn't even in the room was shocking. There may be a case to be made to the Triumvirate to that point exactly.
And again, regicide and high treason, I don't think they were, but he should still probably face punishment for at least giving Novar the cover he needed.
And I think the way you phrased it could work as well. You see, I've been having many conversations since I've been back in the city. Things have changed here with the seat. Since I left, those who know of the seat and of its power and who have been keeping an eye on it for me, well, they say that things are different. There's a disturbance in the power of the seat.
Like a wound.
Like a wound. And like a wounded animal, the seat itself seems to be responding.
Can't be good.
It's something I think requires my attention immediately, if I can make it happen.
I'd ask that you let us accompany you.
I would ask the very same. After hearing what you told me what happened at the Seat of the Celestials, I wonder if you may not be the more knowledgeable and better equipped force to deal with this than I.
Can't promise I'll have any more knowledge, but at the very least I think we're after the same information, and maybe I have, I don't know, sort of connection that might help us.
We could certainly use all the help we can get.
Vol can also sense these sort of things.
Can he?
Sometimes, it seems, he knows. He knows when things are off, when they're changing. I don't know, but it could be helpful.
I see. Yes. I will speak to more of my contacts this afternoon. You see, it might be a little tricky to get to the seat, but nothing we can't handle.
I think the more difficult part is going to come by convincing the council to allow Jasper to serve his punishment in this capacity rather than believe what they have currently planned.
Will you be willing to speak on his behalf to the council?
Of course.
I can certainly speak to my need, but I do not know him the way you do.
Yes, well, I'm happy to speak for our goals and the time we've spent together and how much I think we're going to continue to need him in the near future. the very near future, I fear.
Yes, I do hope this works. I was already worried that time was running out for the seats, but... Well, it seems like, given recent events, we don't have a second to lose.
There is still time, but I think you're right, only just barely.
Okay. Yes. Thank you, Valterra.
Thank you.
As I mentioned, I will have some conversations, and I will join you all this evening.
Thank you very much. I'll turn to leave. But as I get to the door, I'll kind of stop and I'll look back. To Esmeralda. Timing was wrong. But make no mistake, before this is over, there'll be more of that to come to those truly in charge of what's happening. And I'll quietly step out and shut the door.
Okay.
I'll head back down to the group. I don't know if they want to do anything in the meantime.
Jump the gun,
But
guys. I just jumped the gun. I don't know what you want me to say. Just jump the gun. Get it? Jump the gun.
We got it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got it.
Reacted. It's fine.
you know what? Execute him, actually. I'm good.
Kill him, murder.
Oh, 6 feet under I will be.
Oh my god.
Unless anybody else had anything they were doing, I'll head back to the group.
No.
I'll go to Jasper. I assume the rest of you guys are around as well. It seems like she's willing to help us.
In what way?
She's going to try to convince the council that you and the rest of us, our skills, our knowledge, our experience thus far is critical in preventing Novar and the Empire from gaining access to the sea here in Tilosari, as well as learning more about what exactly is happening.
I guess more friends can't hurt.
But Jasper, you have all the pieces, you just can't seem to put them together in the right order. And we were talking about that you were right that they were coming for Tilo Asari. We were going to be at war with them one way or another. But you gave Novar the cover he needed. You gave him political cover, you gave him a reason to come down, and with the full force of the Empire. I fear it's going to be worse now because of what you did.
Because the people who are on the fence will see his cause as righteous.
Exactly.
That much I can agree with.
And I understand why you did it, don't get me wrong. It's just, your timing could not have been worse. But, it's done. I'm not going to let them execute you for it, that's for sure. Kill you myself before I let them do it.
Yeah.
But we've got work we still need to do. We made a deal. When you found me in the wilds, I held up my end.
I can't die yet.
Exactly.
Which begs the question. All these plans and goals are great. Or like plans to like get me not executed. If they pass
Plan number one, yeah.
Yeah. If they do pass the sentence, do I accept it?
No.
You can do whatever you want. As for the rest of us, I'm not sure it matters what you accept. Or don't.
Yeah, well, accepting it, I just die.
Right. If you accept that he dies, and then we lose our best.
Yeah, but if I don't, go on the run? I don't know.
It's double treason.
Yeah, then I'm actually.
Oh, oh no! Then you'll
But he's
suffer the fate that you.
alive.
Then you will have suffered the fate that you have forced all of us to take.
Oh, that yeah.
What are they
Yeah.
gonna kill you?
Mm-hmm.
It's the
So
double
it's fine,
negative.
we're
The
doing it
two
already.
treasons cancel out and make a no treason.
That's called PEMDAS.
We're already on the run.
Look, regardless, going over what ifs is not helpful. I trust that Esmeralda has the pull we need. Situation, and I think if it wasn't such a dire situation, perhaps we might be a little more worried that they would pass that sentence. But I think, given everything that's about to happen, you should be punished, but not for inciting the wrath of the Empire. As we said, that was coming anyway. You should be punished just for giving them the cover to do it in the first place. And for that, I think the punishment is to fix what you've done. And this is the way to do it.
Well, considering I was already trying to do that,
I understand. But maybe if we're going to be executing heads of state in the future, we just all have a little powwow first and we discuss.
Or, I don't do that anymore.
Maybe start with that.
That would
right?
also be great.
Let's start with don't. Yeah, the number one rule: don't.
Don't.
Before you do something, think: would an idiot do this thing? And if the answer is yes, then
would
don't
Violet
do
do this thing? Think would
Yeah,
Violet
would
do
Violet
this
do
thing?
it? Yeah, and definitely,
And then maybe run it through that filter first.
Yeah.
WWVD. What would Violet do?
I feel like
Guess what? She wouldn't have killed the Empire. The Emperor. No. Did I? No.
Well, I didn't give you a chance.
Regardless,
Sorry. Too soon.
What did you say? What did you say? I missed it.
I didn't really give you a chance to. So.
We'll never know if she would have killed the Emperor.
We'll never know.
The world may never know.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh, stop pretending like this is your last day alive.
Well,
It's not guaranteed yet.
that's true. Actually, so I've got to talk to Hazel. She gave me this speech about, like, so did I ever tell you guys that, when I died, I got brought back by, like, a god, I think? I think I told you guys about that, right?
Again.
Okay. Well, yeah, that happened. Back in, Dawnbrook, where kinda went down, and I feel like I had this, like, weird suspicion that, like, one of you could have saved me and chose not to, but that might just be, like, a weird, like, that's probably just, like, a weird, dying thing.
Violet just kind of chuckles. Yeah. Uh-huh.
But, the god of, like, strength and protection or whatever, I guess, spoke in my head. And apparently her whole thing is, like, you gotta, with strength comes responsibility to, like, do the right things with that strength. I feel like it'd make a really good topic for, like, a comic book, but...
No.
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 Jokes aside, for so long, I knew exactly what to do with what I could do. Now I don't. What do you guys think?
About what you should be doing.
Yeah, I don't know anymore, man. I feel like I'm.
Well, we've got one group trying to literally tear the soul of the world apart, so I would say start by stopping that.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Go from
Yeah.
there.
Sounds pretty good. I just feel like I keep making the wrong decisions towards that goal. Like, you know, murdering an emperor. I didn't hear you, but I read your lips. And thank you.
Yes, you've made a few wrong decisions, but that's why we need to go through this as a group. We've somehow all ended up in this together, and we rescued your family together. We rescued Esmeralda together. We're here trying to save you together. You killed the Emperor alone.
That's a very good point.
We continue to do these things together. We'll be okay and we'll make the right decisions.
For the time being, I'm gonna be in a viewpoint I shoot. Might be where I thrive.
That's what you need to do for now, then that's fine. You've got us. You can trust us to point you in the right direction. At least as far as we can tell.
Dokey.
Trust Elaine's moral compass
Oh, yeah.
Or mine.
explicitly.
You should really trust mine.
Well, hang on.
Oh dear.
We've got Davina, who's one of the smartest, most capable in probably the entirety of the Empire, if not this continent. Violet is a wild card, I'll admit, but you can't deny she is able to get things done no matter what. We'll be okay. Promise. Stick with us.
Nothing could go wrong.
I mean, it's
For sure.
already gone wrong, but we're figuring it out.
Yes. You want to show us some of your home in the meantime?
Oh, fuck, yeah. I guess that's option now. Yeah, let's do it. What do you guys want to move for? Chill.
Thing that's not wherever we spent the night.
Lighting. Well, everything kind of looks like that, just like kind of the same.
So,
Same, but different, but still the same. You know what I mean?
Right.
but like hypothetically, if this is your last day alive, what would you want to do?
Have sex with my wife.
Alright.
No, try again.
Ask me the question.
Try again.
Like,
Try again. Option two,
I fear
Jasper.
he's going to
Hey,
give us the same answer.
Jasper, remember we said doing things together? Let's go with group activities, okay?
no, I don't want to do that one together. That
No.
Correct.
that one,
God.
not my vibe. Yeah. Well. No, I can't do that. I was gonna say I know a guy who grows some really good mushrooms, but I feel like we got shit to do tonight that I don't think that's conducive for. No, honestly, guys, I really just
Okay, music, dancing,
that's
drinks.
drinks, yes. Music, dancing, not where my head's at. Would you guys want to see my house?
Sure.
No.
Sure.
Don't sound too excited though.
Violet's trying to put on a really good face for you.
Yeah, I think with his dying day, possibly, he's not gonna go party without his family. That's not exactly.
Oh my god.
But
You guys want to
Violet
see
really
my
wanted
house?
to party on the dim night I might die. I don't know. I guess we can go party.
Oh my god, we're gonna end up playing board games with Juniper.
Oh my god. Yeah.
All right. So Jasper, you lead the crew through the city. You make your way over to the area where your lodgings are. Go ahead and tell them what y'all are walking into.
Good question. I like to think that we have a house, and by house I mean tree, because they're all just trees.
It's a mid-century modern, freshly redone.
My God, everything is mid-century modern.
Yay!
Open concept.
It's rustic,
Yeah.
it's rustic industrial.
So rustic.
So
Oh.
I like to think that we have this. Like, I know that banyan trees don't work this way, but like imagine like a giant banyan tree where it's like very long and windy, and it's sticking out over a cliff. And so like we have like jungle side views essentially. And inside it's probably very minimal. It's very minimalistic. But it's cozy. It's as cozy as you can get without, being a hobbit. Because those don't exist in this world.
No hobbits is.
No hobbits. It's hard. I haven't really thought too much about it, but it is probably It is probably open concept, with a kitchen that overlooks kind of like the rest of the house, so that Jasper could cook while he watched his family do whatever his family was doing at any given time. Large table for having meals together. I don't know if elves have couches, but I like to think that maybe elves don't have couches, but we do have a couch. 'Cause it's cozy. No?
So, from all your travels.
What'd you say?
She's just so worldly. He brought back couches from all his travel.
Yeah, so many.
Guys, my torture chamber was terrible, but they introduced me to the concept of a couch, so silver lining.
Silver lining indeed.
I don't know. Honestly, Jasper, even though Michael probably would have done like a lot of the interior decorating, I think realistically Hazel probably took the reins on most everything in this relationship, including how the house was decorated. All Jasper wanted was somewhere near the cliffs so that his Quetzalcoatl Poppy could stay nearby and not have to be in the
Poppy.
That was his man cave hill that he died on.
Excellent. Y'all enter and see everything as Jasper described. You do see Hazel sort of hanging out in the kitchen when y'all arrive. Juniper is kind of like cuddled up on one of the couches reading a book. And y'all come in, and Hazel kind of sees you all, and she sort of like starts, and she's like, the conversation went well then, Jasper.
I wouldn't say that. But we have some irons in the fire to make it work.
Okay. I have faith.
I'm gonna need to lean on that faith tonight, though.
You're all welcome to a little bit of our faith. And she kind of like gestures to all of you. As you are welcome into our home, please make yourselves comfortable.
Thank you.
Anything
I
in particular?
plop down on this couch next to Juniper.
She kind of like sees you, and she's acting like a little coy and like cool, like, "Ugh, my dad's friends are here." But she sees you plop down next to her, and she kind of like turns to like face you, so you can like see her reading her book.
What's she
What you reading there?
Oh, it's this really cool book by this guy who was like pretty much the best maneuverist amongst all of the swordsmen here in Tilosari. I've been trying to pick up some new moves for this, and she like whips out of a pocket of her robe the dagger that you gifted her, Violet. And
Aww.
she kind of like twirls it, gives a little flourish. And she's like, "I'm gonna be as good as you are."
Absolutely. Elaine and I love that book. It was one of our favorites.
It's a good
Still is.
thing. Got a
You read it
couple of good
too?
tricks in there.
Yeah.
Wow. Can you like show me some of the stuff from it?
Of course. I'm gonna look over at Jasper though, and like try to say it quietly. Of course.
Yeah, no,
Do
it's fine.
everything.
She keeps your gifts, but not mine. Never my gifts. But everybody else's
Well, you don't-
gifts.
You don't get me fancy daggers, Dad.
I
You
got
get me
a
like,
fucking gun.
oh yeah. I have that too. I didn't give it away. They just don't have a book on it.
Not. It's an unregistered firearm.
Well, find me a book on it and I'll read it. Jesus. They don't have
I'm
Jesus.
just gonna
in
like
this
go
world.
like this. I'll look at Juniper and be like, stick with the daggers.
So she'll kind of like enter into conversation with you two as you guys kind of like talk about daggers, and as of course as the conversation warms, she sort of drops the coy act and she lets herself actually be a teenager who's like allowed to be excited about something.
I will try and pull Hazel aside for a second.
Okay. Yeah, she goes with you.
So I didn't want to say it in front of Juniper because I don't know how best to bring it up. So remember how you said you'd be surprised if Embergleam was gonna, throw me under the bus?
Yes, of course.
Well, I was.
He didn't. He wouldn't.
He didn't. But Orchid brought charges of treason and regicide against me.
She like stands there for a second and then she's just like, "Oh, that rancid bitch!"
Yeah. Well, that was a wonderful reaction. Appreciate that. That's how I feel.
It's not.
But I'm a little biased considering I'm the one she's trying to kill.
What could she possibly have to gain from having you executed for treason?
Honestly, I don't know. I think maybe she's just looking for someone to blame, someone to point the finger at. Maybe they can lessen the blow if I'm dead. Like I said, I don't know.
Well,
Embergleam
a charge is not a conviction.
It's true. Tourmaline seemed very sympathetic. Although I don't know anything about this fucking Circon guy. So, you know him?
A bit. I know a bit of him. He's a very new voice on the council. Zircon Stellafar. He replaced his uncle, who relinquished his seat.
Why?
Why did his uncle relinquish his seat?
Yeah. still had it when I was there.
He did. You might remember he was a bit of a... Well, I just don't think he cared anymore. He hated the responsibility. He was a man who liked his books. His nephew is not much different.
Seems eager. Although scared of Orchid, which, to be fair, same. But
He is. He's very deferential, that one. He's learning his place.
so I think we have two shots right now. One, Circon takes my side somehow. And two, we spoke with Esmeralda, the cardinal, the woman that we saved. She's going to offer essentially indentured servitude instead of death, which I will gladly, take. Which honestly, probably what I was gonna end up doing anyway if I didn't die. So, yeah, I'd be working with Lodestar from now on.
How do you feel about that?
Well, on one hand, I'd have to leave home again. On the other hand, I'm not dead, so that's like a positive. But, I don't know. I've been thinking all day about the whole responsible strength and, using strength correctly and wisely and all that. I don't know, I think something you said of, we all can't be what we need. What if part of acknowledging that is accepting what you can't do, and if I can't be the one always thinking forward of what my actions are going to do, lean on those who I trust to make those decisions.
It's a step in the right direction.
Another step I need to take at some point before we go is I need to talk to Dav.
I think that's wise.
I don't know how to have that conversation.
Why not?
I've ripped her life away from her. And the worst part is I didn't even know I was doing it when I did it. Like, it's one thing to, like, actively, ruin someone's life. And it's another to, like, not, the thought wasn't even there, which makes me feel even worse.
Certainly. I think... Just remember what we talked about earlier. It's good to tell her you're sorry. It's good to recognize your mistakes. What's most important, and what will be most important to her, is what is the promise you make to her to remedy those mistakes? How will you change now and in the future to help her? You can't go back and change what you've done. So simply change what you're going to do.
Have I told you lately you should be on the council? He said that. What were the words you used? Horrid bitch.
Rancid bitch.
Rancid
Thank you.
Bitch. Rancid bitch. Yes. She really is a.
Who knows? Maybe one day I'll take her seat.
I know we don't vote for these things, but you got my vote.
It's the only vote I'm looking for. The only vote of confidence, at least, that matters.
Hey, you're supported by a
She'll
regicide.
gesture. What'd you say?
Said you're supported by a regicidist, so you know. Glowing
Yes,
recommendation.
I'll put that on my campaign flyer. She'll glance over at Davina, and she'll say, "Do it now while the words are still in your heart."
Yeah, okay. You have to. Where's the good line?
You'll get it as a reward
Oh no, this is for
when you
her.
finish. Oh, smart. Smart.
Aww.
She'll walk
I'll
over.
drink the bad line.
She'll walk over and she'll grab a flask and hand it to you.
I'll grab that and 2 glasses, and I'll walk over to Dav. You got a second? I have alcohol.
I'm gonna look at the glasses and say, if this is your an attempt at apology, I'll at least hear you out since you've brought alcohol.
That's all I can ask for.
I'll join him.
Walk up to our house's version of a roof. So I will admit I don't know how to have this conversation. So if it comes out clumsily, I apologize. But first and foremost, I'm really sorry, Dav. I let my emotions take control of me and completely disregarded what that could mean for you and everybody else around us. Don't. All I can say is no more unilateral decisions will be made by yours truly. Everything will be passed through the court of Terra, Ina. What are we calling you guys? I don't.
What do you mean, Eska? Like the group?
No, you and Vel.
Oh, Davina and Vel? We're not a thing.
Not that. No, you're the heads of. You guys think. You guys are the thinkers. Although I wasn't gonna touch that, but that's for another time. I will defer to your guys' decisions moving forward. All at this point I can promise you is that I will do whatever I can do to bring change to the Empire so that it can be what I see in you. You are the best of the Empire. It honestly doesn't deserve you, but it needs you.
Honestly, Jasper, I've been biting my tongue all day. I don't know that I accept your apology yet.
That's fair.
But that doesn't. And I don't. A small part of me felt like Orchid was my mouthpiece. I wanted the harshest sentencing for you, but I don't know. I feel like we're too enmeshed in all of this together at this point. So I don't. I know you're sorry and that you didn't realize. But I need you to know that since I was very young, like very young, it's been me against the world. And the only way that I knew how to do that and to make it happen was through those circles and power and information. And that means building connections, even with people that I don't like. And now all of those connections, any help that I might be able to get for us as a group and what we're doing is completely cut off. And while I agree with you that a war was inevitable, it makes my job infinitely harder. Because when wars start, walls go up and people get suspicious. And it's harder for me to do what I need to do. And I know I'm talking in generalities here, but that could mean the difference between some key piece of information that we needed to find this seat and not finding it at all. I think the most frustrating part is minutes before all this went down, I had a conversation with Novar and my father, and all they wanted from us was information. And being a purveyor of that, I can't tell you how easy it is to give misinformation and make it look legitimate. All we had to do was come down here and get the seat for ourselves and go back to them with misinformation. So again, while I'm still upset, and I acknowledge your apology, I don't think I'm ready to accept it yet. And she's gonna polish off the glass and say, well, let's enjoy your last few hours. Jokingly, and like give you a nudge.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, something's wrong. Something's really wrong. We have to get here.
What?
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 Davina just feels panic.
Wait, from what?
Wait, the fuck? What?
Or are you still with
What?
I beg
Okay, I need.
your finest pardon.
Are you still with me now?
Yes, I'm still with you.
What? Are you okay?
Theo's grinning. I don't like it.
I
Stop
got a
it.
look on Theo's face right now. So smug. He knows something that we don't know.
I'm deeply uncomfortable.
Davina,
Oh my god.
are you okay?
Okay, wait, sorry, what? No, I'm sorry. I just had
premonition? What is
Just ha-
happening?
No, I just had a moment.
Are you okay?
Sorry, it was.
Did someone send you
I
a...
think
I'm
yeah,
not there.
I think so. I think so. She's gonna like pour some more wine and like look around. She notice anything?
Do you want to make a perception check?
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
mean?
It's so bad. I have no poker face. I don't know how you do it. I can't do it.
Would I know what's going on?
What are you trying to discern?
I-
You want to do an insight
okay.
check?
Yeah.
Davina,
rolled
did
a
you
six-
yell loud enough where we'd hear anything?
Yeah.
I'm sitting out there with
know.
Jasper. I didn't necessarily yell it, but I wasn't being quiet about it.
I don't know if I would notice. I don't know.
I don't know if I would...
Hazel,
We're
if
socializing.
you took this wall out, you could go with like an open concept. Just like Val talking about the house.
I gotta say.
yeah, Violet's just deep in conversation about daggers.
Yeah. Like, no one actually holds a knife that way. Like, it's just a thing that you read about in books. It's not effective. Like, you have to hold this way.
Okay, Davina, you were making a perception check. What did you roll?
I rolled 16.
Okay. You're on the roof right now. Your eyes dart around the area, the jungle view, etc. You see a lot of kind of like the same interesting new stuff you've been seeing all day as you make your way around the city.
But her
But-
eyes are like darting around at this point, right?
I think if I'm looking around and I don't see anything, I'm calming myself back down. I turn to Jasper and say, I'm sorry. I thought I heard something. It panicked me. I'm sorry.
Do I see or hear anything?
Do you want to make a perception check as well?
Yeah. I don't even have my character sheet up right now because I did not anticipate that.
Jesus, Theo.
It's the Spanish Inquisition.
God damn it.
Thanks, Kate.
Absolutely damn it. Just.
Plus 7. 17 plus 7 is 24.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of, as a response, as a reaction, you go full like Soldier Scott mode, and you look with eyes very trained to this jungle and to this area, and you look and you look and you look. You don't see anything that would necessarily give you pause. Maybe she saw something that was interesting to her or new to her, but you don't see anything that you would consider a threat.
Alright, you wanna go back inside?
Yes, please.
You got it.
Thank you. Do you stay outside, or do you come in with me?
I mean, I probably wouldn't come in with you. I'd probably linger a little bit. Like,
Okay.
let you go in, give you some space before I come in, so it's not like, yeah.
Okay.
I see you come in and I psychic whisper you and Elaine. So we're linked for 3 hours. So, how'd that go?
Seems not good.
Um.
Are you okay? That's a stupid
Yeah,
question. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm doing. I don't know. I think I'm doing better. He apologized.
Was it what you needed?
No, I mean, I need my life to go back to the way it was before, but what's done is done. So I guess an apology is the best that I could hope for, which is what I got. So I'm going to have to be happy with it.
Doesn't mean you have to accept it right away. What did you do?
Um. Well, just that. I told him that I wasn't going to,
Hmm.
and that I'd have to think about it. And yeah, I'm sorry. I'm a little. All of this has just been got me out of sorts.
It's okay.
Deb, ooh, anything else going on? You just seem a little on edge.
I mean, yeah, I can. I thought I had an in with my father, and now that's all blown to hell. So I can only imagine what's going on at home. If we're honest, I'm terrified of going back to Verkova if we ever make it there.
We're not going back there anytime soon. Are you?
Honestly, well, I don't. I'm trying to decide what I would prefer. The lesser of two evils, going back to a city that thinks me a traitor, or staying in these jungles. You've
So
got
the
me
options are go back to the
a
city
rock
that
and a
thinks
hard
you're a
place.
traitor, or stay in the city that associates you with a traitor. I mean, let's just stay where we are for now. Let's see this
Yeah, which
through
is,
into Losari.
I don't know that I'm going to see anything through. I'm going to see how it plays out and figure out how I can use that to our advantage. But yeah, I'm sorry. My mind is just going a million miles a minute.
It's okay. Take rest. Do what you need to do.
Elaine, are you going to speak with Esmeralda?
Oh, I have been thinking about it, but I don't. Now hardly seems appropriate, given, the everything that's been going on.
Well, I mean, the battle angel that Novar sent after us was
Magnificent.
yeah, and from the high prelate.
Prelacy. Prelate.
I mean, if they're dipping their toes in this pie as well, it seems like everyone's becoming involved. You might want to speak to her.
Are you telling me to? Or.
No, I would never.
I know.
I just think you. I mean, yeah, selfishly, I would like some more information, but that would be a conversation between me and her. I know you wanted answers about what happened. Right now, she's your best option. And I think, obviously, evidenced by everything that has happened, you should probably take that chance while you have it.
I know that too. I just. It's so. I don't know, it feels like weirdly selfish. I don't know how to explain it, but it is. I'm here and it is within reach, all of these answers, and I will know who I am and what I was made for, and I'll have all of it. I'll have the answers. Or more questions. I'll have something at least, but I don't know why I feel like I need to deny myself these things.
You shouldn't. If you're genuinely curious, that's not selfish. But I can only encourage you. That's, at the end of the day, that's your decision. And I want you to feel like it's yours, because it is.
I will.
Look, the night is young, Elaine, and We don't exactly know if we're going to get booted tomorrow.
This is true. This
So
is true.
you have some time to decide.
What's the use in putting it off? I'll. When should I be back? Or should I meet you all at the council? How much time do you think I have to talk to her?
I would assume the decision's coming in the morning, GM?
No,
No,
in
this
the evening.
this
They're
evening.
reconvening in the
Evening?
evening.
Okay.
Right now, it's about mid-afternoon. So, Elaine, you probably have a couple hours.
Okay. Then, yeah, I'll psychic whispers to them. Go. I'll go and I'll talk to her. And can I preface this by saying, like, these might be things that I want to keep to myself, but if there's something important, like, about the fate of the world and all that, I'll share it. But I don't know. I like to have a piece of knowledge that is only my own.
That's
Yes.
Good name for an episode. Autonomy for the automaton.
Hey,
Oh.
very good. Yeah, I think Elaine will abruptly stand up and just say, I'm leaving. I'll be back in a few hours." And I'll just head out. Yeah, I'll just head out. It feels good.
We once again find our lovely automaton gal making her way through a city by herself. She
As
had
I want to do.
you had you kind of like asked for some directions, and you head your way over to the house of or the healing house where you all had met her before. You kind of remember the route a little bit. You make your way back. You head inside up to the second floor. Same thing. Kind of make your way down the hallway until you spot the room. Doors open. Esmeralda is inside. She's again seated at the work desk, hunched over, writing.
I'll knock lightly to announce my arrival.
Yes, who is it?
Elaine.
She'll kind of whip her chair around. Elaine, what can I do for you?
If now is a good time, I was hoping I could ask questions about Patrick.
Yes.
If not, I understand.
No. Please, you are entitled to ask as much as you like. She'll get up and she'll kind of like usher you inside, and she'll go and she'll close the door, and she'll go and she'll sort of sit you on the bed, and then she'll return to her desk chair and turn it to face you.
I, uh, I, I don't know what to do. I don't.
I can start by saying well, I never thought I'd see you again, and what an unbelievable surprise it was to see you in that ballroom when I entered.
Did you know it was me immediately?
Immediately.
How come I can't recognize you? I guess that's minutia, but when did you see me last? How long did you know me before?
I'm ashamed to admit, not that long. The last time I saw you was, well, you were splayed out on an artificer's table while Patrick was healing you up. I was leaving in quite a hurry. I didn't even have time to acknowledge you. I could only speak to him and let him know that I was leaving. But I was lucky enough to, well, know you for a solid 2 months before I had to leave.
Was I
It's not surprising that you might not remember. You were very young, very fresh to the world.
was I like this? Have I always been like this? I don't know.
No, Elaine, you're... It's incredible to see how much you've grown in just these years on your own. It's more than me and Patrick could have ever hoped for. You were unknown, but we both could tell that if you were given the right circumstances, you had a great life ahead of you. That's why I think he did what he did to get you out.
Of what?
Part of a project sponsored by the Apex Policy. It was called the Shield of the Shepherds. It was intended to be the next great holy warrior. You see, they thought if they could meld the divine magics of the Soul Shepherd with the raw power of the quintessence, it might be able to create a being that stood a better chance.
Against what?
Against everything. The threats of the world, the power of the quintessence. What they did not expect was that the binding of these two powers it created you.
So,
You are the
This is-
best of us, Elaine.
I don't know about that.
You possess a soul gifted to you by the power of the world, the same as every other soul and every other living thing. You are tethered to the quintessence, much the same, but you don't share the same vulnerabilities as the
I
rest
think
of
I'm
us.
pretty vulnerable.
Of course, every living thing is, but the rest of us, we fall prey to a withering of the body, a withering of the mind.
Aging?
Aging, yes, but also a susceptibility to vice, to disagreement, to crimes against each other and against nature. Something you are better designed to ward off.
But I get angry.
As you
I'm
should. There's much
Just
to be angry about in the world, but... I'm sorry, please.
no, I don't. It's a lot. It's all a lot right now. So I was part of this project. I was something wrong with me?
To us, of course not. To the prelacy, yes, very much so. You see, the other angels,
Angels.
the battle angels, the automatons of the prelacy, they are built for servitude. They need not make their own moral choices. The prelacy does that for them. You, while it is in your nature, your programming for deference and servitude, you can choose to ignore it if it does not align with your moral code.
I can bend my oath? I know I can't lie, but I've been able to withhold or twist things or.
You can expand beyond a narrow focus to recognize the nuance and complexities of this world.
And other automaton can't.
And you can do so in a more efficient way, less saddled by the emotional baggage the rest of us must carry. As I said, Elaine, your father and I accidentally created the best of us. You were immediately deemed a threat by the project, something that would be far too easy to slip out of control. You were ordered
Seems like they were
to
right.
be... You were ordered to be terminated and decommissioned.
Oh,
I was able to sabotage some of their work in other areas as a distraction to help your father help you escape.
what is you say you didn't know me for very long, but how would you describe your relationship to me? You talk about Skolik as my father, but are you my mother? Could I call you my mother?
You know, I asked myself that same question in the beginning. I wasn't sure if any of my feelings were justified. But as I watched your curiosity and the kindness with which you approached the world around you, I couldn't help but fall in love and take responsibility. I apologize to you, Elaine, that I could not guide you more, show you more, the way a mother should. I had a lot I was still trying to balance, a lot to answer to, a lot to figure out. Still connected to this web that you have inevitably still found yourself back in, regardless. Would you be willing, even after I've left you and your father, to think of me as a mother?
Mhm. I just wanted to know where I came from.
Let me make something very clear to you, Elaine. Most of us in this world can say we came from our mother, we came from our father, and the lines that came before them. You come from the marriage between the heat of the stars and the sun in the sky and the world beneath our feet. And now, the whole world is open to you. That is all either of us, me and your father, that is all we wanted. You don't owe us, you don't owe anyone you just owe it to yourself to use those gifts you've been given and go and experience this world to its fullest.
I could do that. I don't know what's happening right now.
Your soul is coming alive, Elaine.
Does it always hurt?
Always. And it is that beautiful pain that reminds us that we are alive.
I'll just take a step forward and wrap my arms around her in a hug.
She'll go ahead and she'll give you a big hug back. And she'll say while she's saying, she'll say, I'm so glad you came to see me.
Me too. I was terrified. I don't know why, but this is good. It's huge.
I think there's a reason we found our ways back to each other.
Yeah.
And it is fully your choice, but I do hope I'll have the honor of having you at my side for whatever comes next.
You can count on it. And oh, this.
She'll peek outside at the window and she'll say, less of the sun is making its way through the branches. Do you think it's time we return to the triumvirate?
Unfortunately, yes. Yes, it's probably time. can.
Okay.
Do you need any help?
She'll go and she'll sort of like hold out her arm to link with yours.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys will head down the stairs out of the healing house out into the city streets, where you walk hand in hand toward the giant shadow of the heart tree in the center of the city as the sun sets and golden hour hits Tilo Asari. And with that, we will call
No.
episode
Jasper, oh,
25
no!
over.
Oh my god.
That was so beautiful.
It's not okay.
Alright, everybody, that was episode 25. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight.
Oh,
We will be back in, I'm not even 100% sure when, I gotta look at my calendar, but soon.
Autumn. Just
September.
Yeah, I think
kind of
we
fall.
had tentatively said Labor Day, and we as a group will revisit that and see if that's
Yes.
still maybe a thing. But until then, have a great rest of your summer. Happy first day of school to everyone who's starting school. I don't know. We love you. Okay, bye.
Love you. Goodbye.
Bye.